them getting a single shot on target in the first leg. You've got a 2-0 lead. How do you approach it? Is the job done?
Wow. When I was younger, I would have been really angry now, only because of the question. So no, of course not. We know that it's half time. In the best possible way, we ignore the result from the first game. If that would be a cup game with only one game and it would be decided and we have to go to Villarreal, we would try to win there. That's what we want to try there, knowing that they will go with all they have. That's absolutely clear. It was clear after the game directly with all the things Unai said after the game, the way they set up for the game in La Liga. 8 players, I think, they changed in the beginning, and the 2 who started again went off after 45. So it'd be a tough one, but it's fine, really completely fine, because it's Champions League semi-final should be tough, and that's absolutely okay. We never expected it to be easy. This will not be easy, but we played a good game at home, and we will better play a good game there as well.
In the context of your season, just how important is this game? Not only, of course, to make the final, but it's keeping that momentum going with so much still to play for.
Whatever would be around, good or bad, Champions League semi-final is the most important game you can play. Let me say the second most important game you can play. Maybe the final is more important, but for this moment it's the most important game you can play, and that's why. Whatever would have happened in the last few weeks, in the next few weeks, that's not important. It's for this moment it's clear. You never know if you will reach a semi-final again, if you ever have a chance again to go to the final. You never know. We have an exceptional team here, and nothing is for granted. You need luck in moments, all these kind of things. So you better treat it carefully and be ready. But we will be ready. We really wanted to be where we are, and we want to go to the final. But if Villarreal is better than us and beats us with a result which qualifies them for the final, then congratulations, and that's it. But between now and then are 95 or whoever knows how many minutes to play, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. We'll go to the Zoom. We'll go to Juliet Farrington from the BBC, then to BBC Merseyside. Juliet.
You said last week about maturity and how that was key to your victory against Villarreal at Anfield. So how important a role will that play tomorrow night here in Villarreal?
Yeah, maturity, experience, very important. But again, it's not the only decisive thing. That's all cool. You can be old and know everything about football, but you still can't play. But you can't play it anymore, so that would not be helpful. No. Everything what we are is required tomorrow night. That's it. We have to be ready to play a top game, because they will go for us. They will high press. They will try to play much more football than we allowed them in the first game. I'm pretty sure, because of changing 8 players and then 2 played 45 minutes. I'm pretty sure they had yesterday a normal session. So Unai will for sure try to adapt a few things to our style in this short spell. So will be really interesting, definitely. And how I said, maturity is important, but not the only thing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Julia.
Welcome.
BBC Merseyside. Now take a look at hands in the room before we go back to the Zoom.
Thank you.
Hi.
You've won every away game in the Champions League so far this season. Given some of the opposition that you've been up against as well, just how impressed are you with that statistic?
Ask me after the season. At the moment, I don't think about it really. So it's just, it probably was needed. Yeah, we were stable in the games, but not because it was away or whatever. It's just we found in each game away, and we have to find in this game away to get the result we need to go through. And that's yeah, it was good. Atletico was outstanding. Porto really good. Inter, I'd say, the games were good, but look, we didn't win the game somehow, and sitting deep and waiting and counter-attacking. I think we tried to play like ourselves always, and that's what we have to try again. we cannot. We will have to suffer, and we have to be ready to suffer, and we will have to sit back in moments, definitely, but not as a general approach. So let's see.
And I just wanted to ask you about Naby Keita as well. At times during his Liverpool career, it's been a little bit stop-start for him with injuries, but he's had a really good run of being available, and his performance has been really good as well. Just how good an option is Naby Keita?
So I mean, that continue, because that's crucial. Eh? That's key to everything. If you have the talent and the skills of Naby Keita and you're not fit, then nobody sees it. That's how it is. If you then come back and not in the best possible shape, all these kind of things, that's normal physically. So if the player was never in doubt, not for a second, because it's outstanding. But no, it's good that he is now available. Yes, it's a good option, very good option to have, and played the weekend, obviously a really good game. So we'll see how long we will use him tomorrow, but no, very good option.
Okay, we're going to stay in the room for the next two, which is Chris and Paul, and then we're going to go to two of our colleagues from Spain, by the looks of it, which is Victor and Adria, which we're going to have to get the translation working, so bear with us for that, but we'll come to you guys in a second. First of all, Chris, then Paul.
How much is the experience of 2019 helping you at this moment? Because it's where you were chasing the Manchester City in the league and also going for glory in Europe. Being through that, is that helping anyway?
Yeah. In general, it's not the only year. Okay, with going to the Champions League final, and winning it. So, but in general, our last period of the season is most of the time pretty intense, because it's the Premier League is too difficult to have a clear lead or whatever to qualify for the Champions League. That this happened this year already is a really big achievement, to be honest, that it happened that early with all the competitors out there. It helps that we know that we are for us historically, physically in the best possible shape. If we don't have to push the boys through this, what we had to do as well. 2018, we arrived in the final on pretty much 3 wheels. So because I think players came back from injury and stuff like this late before the final, and these kind of things was really tricky. So that's different. We have to make sure that we can make changes here and there, and keep them all in rhythm and fit, and then obviously win the football games, because that's all about. What we learned at that time, you cannot win 10 games, you can win 1 game, and then maybe the next one as well, but only if you are 100% focused for the first one, and that's now the first one for us now of the last whatever number of games is Villarreal.
Paul?
Just a quick one first. Is there any squad updates? Is everyone available?
Bob is now running, so it's good. Again, it's really, I said it's nothing serious. It is not serious. Very painful little strain here on the middle foot bone. That's at least the German, how to say in Germany. So it's very painful each step. But he was running today again. Will travel with us, but will not be involved in the squad yet. But we hope rather sooner than later. Then we had the issues with. What is that, stomach bug or whatever? And they are all back. So I think that's it. No concerns.
Last week, Emery said after the game, Liverpool will suffer more, and you used the word suffer as well earlier. I think in 2022 you've been behind for only 69 minutes in games in the whole of 2022. So while there is, so for example, say at Man City in the first half you did suffer, but you found a way of coming back and getting the result in that. So even though there'll be difficult moments tomorrow, you must have a great sense that this team can come through what's asked of them, the challenges that they'll face.
I do, but the thing with all these things during the season, obviously in the situation we are, it's clear we must have done something right in the last few weeks and months. That's clear. But the problem in our job is everything perfect until this moment. I'm sitting here, and the next game we start on the wrong foot or whatever, and all of a sudden the game gets a difficult or a different dynamic and all these kind of things. And now, so it's good to know, and it's more a feeling inside. It's not that we are flying constantly and high five here and there, but we know we are in a good moment. That's true. But if you now go the other way around, what would you do if you lost the game 2-0 away? Maybe not happy with your performance, knowing you can do better with your own crowd in the back. Why should I think about what we did in the past? My only concern is what we do tomorrow night. So, and we have to be ready to suffer. It's not being go down or whatever. That can happen in all football games. I'm not thinking about that. Giving the game the right direction. So let's think they have the first shot on target or whatever, and these kind of things. Crowd goes up, each challenge crowd is there. That's how it is. So that's how it is. But actually, a good example was Newcastle now, because the crowd was obviously very passionate as well, but we didn't let it happen, which was the biggest quality of this game. It was now not a show of football brilliance or whatever. We had our moments. We of course could have scored more goals. But how clear cut we just the performance was. That was incredible, and that's what we have to be. Yes, emotional. Yes, being there, really ready to play the best game ever. But knowing it will not just happen in our moments. We want to press here and there, but the outplayer still can happen. So then suffering doesn't mean you suffer for long. It means you suffer and react, and that's what we have to do.
Okay, guys, we're going to try and go to the Zoom. It doesn't always work, so we'll go to Victor first of all. Victor, if you'd like to ask Mr. Klopp, and hopefully the translation will work. We'll give this a go.
Sí, has jugado 7 partidos de eliminatoria en España. Ninguno lo has ganado, únicamente un empate contra el Málaga, que quizás era el rival más flojo. ¿Te preocupa este dato para mañana?
No, but we went to the next round against Malaga. We went to the next round against Madrid. So the Real, we may not have won, but I think we made it from time to time, at least through the next round, right? How often did I get knocked out? Did I get knocked out against Spanish teams? Do you have that number as well? Thank you very much. I don't know it as well, so, but no, I don't. And I don't believe in these kind of things. So let's see. We will try to get a result which brings us to the next round. And if Villarreal will be better than us, then well deserved, and then they go to the final. That's how football should be.
Thank you, Victor. And then we'll go to the final question of this before Trent Alexander-Arnold's coming in. For those of you on the Zoom as well, if you'd please stay on and put your hand up for questions for Trent, we'll take those. But we finished this part of the press conference with Adria. Oh, you seem to... Oh, yes. Fire away.
¿Sí?
Yes, sir.
Quería preguntarle por Thiago, que con el Liverpool está volviendo a su mejor nivel, como estuvo en el Bayern, y sin embargo con España no está dejando grandes actuaciones y de hecho es muy posible que no vaya al Mundial. Yo quería preguntarle cuál cree que es la diferencia entre esa diferencia de rendimiento entre el club y la selección.
Maybe it's a matter of translation. I don't want to blame anybody, but you can take it off, right? So, when Thiago is in the shape he's now, he would play in each team in the world, and he would perform for Spain as well. He was just hit problems when he arrived here. He got injured. Spain has obviously a lot of options in midfield because it's an incredible, talented football team. But in the shape he's in the moment, he would play for each national team, or not only play for it, he would be probably the outstanding performer. So that's how it is. How each person in the world, Thiago as well, needs to be fit, needs to gain rhythm, needs to gain all the physical aspects, and then he can show his best football. And his best football, as I'd say, has nothing to do with playing for Spain or Liverpool or Bayern or whatever. It's just when he's in the right place physically, then he would show everybody how good he is.